there is only one indigenous broadcaster
championing the cause for the restoration of Biafra. Biafra Human Rights Radio.
Of course, unstoppable and remains the beacon of truth.
It has been so since yesterday.
And it is today, forever.
From all our foes, but if their prize is that far we hold dear, then let us die without a shred of fear. Held to Biafra, consecrated nation, O fatherland, this be our solemn pledge. Defending thee shall be a dedication. Spilling our blood we count a privilege. The waving standard which emboldens the free shall always be a flag of liberty. We shall emerge triumphant from this ordeal, and through the crucible unscathed we'll pass. When we are poised, the wounds of battle to heal, we shall remember those who died in mass. Then shall our trumpets peal the glorious sign of victory. We scarred our minds around. Oh God, protect us from the hidden pitfall. Guide all our movement lest we go astray. Give us the strength to hear the humanist call, to give and not to count their cost each day. Bless those who rule to serve with resoluteness, to make this climb a land of righteousness.
Biafran's Got Talent exclusive.
After this heavy rain, please let the sun rise.
Our lives are in danger, siblings and more that all day long we have been ruled by strangers. Give us Biafra. We are begging you, please.
There's nothing we can do without you. It's only you that will save my life.
Chukwu King Biafra, you are the one to give us Biafra. We pray.
Oh, just save the lost. We are your children.
I know you can feel our anguish, but don't let us perish in the hands of our enemies.
There is only one indigenous broadcaster
championing the cause for the restoration of Biafra. Biafra Human Rights Radio.
of course, unstoppable, and remains the beacon of truth.
It has been so since yesterday.
And it is today and forever.
Yes, once again, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, men and women of goodwill, conscientious people wherever you are all over the world, I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you good night, depending on your time zone. This is Radio Biafra Extra. We are streaming live through Biafra Human Right and Freedom Radio Station. Biafra Human Right and Freedom Radio Station, if you must know, is referred to as a child of circumstance. In the nearest future, Biafrans, next generation, will thank the Creator for the initiative, the men and women behind this platform, because you have no idea the deep mess you have been placed into. But of course, in the absence of light, darkness will prevail. And if we have to be darkness that fight for light to exist, and then it's as simple as we are the darkness that moves amongst the light, you will not understand. It is the embodiment of pro-Biafran group, men who saw tomorrow. And of course, every genuine Biafran who can articulate, who has the ability to visage, they can predict. It is as simple as ABCD. 1 + 1 gives you 2. Nigerian state is a sorry state, very pathetic. They are predictable because they have one agenda, and everybody move towards that direction, log ahead into the pit. And meanwhile, their victims on daily basis are developing the capacity to improvise as of when necessary. Of course, many people are still sleeping, and so they will not understand the role we are here to play on behalf of the people of Biafra. This very platform is anchored by Diokpa Uchiuka from Efo, the man who simply assured us, under my watch, I will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. This word would not have come forth except we have seen evidence of corruption all over, which is not even yet reviewed. Mazin Efo simply said, silver and gold I have none. How do you know a man except by his word? But you see the heart of this project, I will not allow it to see corruption. It's not as if the pair of light is in his hand. They were other noble men. They are still other noble men standing shoulder by shoulder with him to make sure that the heart of this project does not see corruption. And in most cases, I have to acknowledge all of them. Names too numerous to mention. Good men who have been castigated, relegated to the black background, character assassinated, their privacy invaded by one man. Acknowledge your sacrifice, your effort. Mazi Obidio Binu, our dad in the Lord. Dr. Nwokenko, acknowledge all of you. Mbadike, acknowledge all of you. Every administrator in Biafra Nation Alliance, you are highly appreciated. You would have run, you stood your ground. People do not understand. When I come here and I begin to applaud some people, I begin to acknowledge them. It's not because you are the one working very hard. It is because you are exceptional. There are many people who you may not hear their voice on this platform, but they are doing the needful. Men and women are not sleeping. Genuine Biafrans are not sleeping. Neither are they doing choreographic talent display, fashion parade, or banco. They are not raising funds. And if they have to do that for genuine reason, a lot of people are afraid because China Sanwo-Olu, the one that will give your name to immigration, is that not what they did to Ijele? The one that will give your name to Nigerian government, they mess you up. Well, they will use their hand to bring themselves out. they will use their hand to expose themselves. I have told you now, the Kanu and gangster of DOS, all of them, the fate of the people you condemn will be better than yours. Just fasten your seatbelt, because this journey has started already. That you will trample yourself over 1,000 victims, and you praise yourself over their grave. I say it is not true for you. You can only have your sword dropping by their blood. For in the end, you will understand that there were dim past and the future mingle. That nebulous hope and aspiration, and here we are, we go nowhere. You would have run. You would have been hiding. You see, this is how they creep into you. We saw you call Judge ONYIBE program. You saw the way you are liking Judge ONYIBE program. We cannot do. Are you now with us, or are you now with them? Are you a criminal? And then you are shivering. You are shivering. If Buhari cannot stop us in the days when we told the path of righteousness, is it you evil men who want to sell Biafra that will stop us? You lie. This is the time you have to free yourself from the prison of fear. This is the time you must cling to the truth, because in the end, it is the truth that brought us here, and that truth must lead us so. Acknowledge all of you, Dr. Okado. Acknowledge all of you. Every pro-Biafran group who has accepted the simple fact that it's going to take all of us to save all of us. Forget about this game we are putting off. Understand the pair of light is not in our hand, and we are mere mortal, just people of but a few days. It is very important we make proper use of the time we have. And so you didn't run. You stood your ground against evil and bloodied men. We will see the end of this journey. This journey will not see our end. I must proceed to acknowledge indigenous people of Nnamdi Kanu. I never know Simeon Ekpa can be this powerful. I know he has not released his canker worm. IPOB bingo, media warriors. From my assessment, it looked like Simeon Ekpa is putting you people on your heel. China Sanworu, raise fund for Nnamdi Kanu's son. Raise fund for him, then you can divert it and hire more media recruits. IPOB media warrior, indigenous people of Nnamdi Kanu, you are here now yapping. AFO, DSS agent, Nigeria agent. Before our time is up, we will know who is DSS agent. We will know who is actually working for Nigeria in disguise that they are working for Biafra. I could come out here and blow your trumpet for you. I could come out here and ginger your swagger for you, and so you feel good, and then you praise me. What shall it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his own soul? But we will not do such thing. We are not entertainer. We are not here to boost your morale. We are here to tell you the truth, which has the capacity to set us free, liberate us from this evil enclave called Nigeria. And so once and for all, we can beat our hand in the chest, becoming the author of our destiny. For in the end, we are not here to take that which belongs to another person. And I no one understand them. But in the end, all the confusion, all the distraction, it is the handwork of one man. Nnamdi Kanu hired all of them. We knew. We're very meticulous. We've applied wisdom in everything we do. We don't want to run on the offense, but we have warned them, don't push us to the offense. No, they prefer, we will make you open enemy, we will finish you, we will do this one, we will do that one. But it is not in your position to make such decision, because from your mouth God will declare his judgment. The other day Nnamdi Kanu was busy telling you, you rat in the cage in London, idiot. All of you hopeless rat in the cage in London, all of you. Oh, he's a Messiah, and you that is older than his father, they call you rats. It's okay. That is the kind of Biafra you are looking for. But at the end of the day now, who is in the cage? Who is now in the cage? He is in DSS cage. Of course, controversial arrest, we shall get to that when the time comes. So indigenous people of Nnamdi Kanu, we know you don't have shame. And your duty is to make everybody, mesmerize everybody. But I will always tell you, it's not in your place to do that. And so the next generation of Biafrans must understand, this is how they function. In the nearest future you come across this clip, just go to the comment. You will see the handwork of Nnamdi Kanu, China Sanwo-Olu, Chike Edoziem, Tony Zulumike, Austin Agbani, of Chukwudi Ofoma, Nne Nayanya Ogorichowa, Asayoba. All these criminals are not even talking again. The name of the gangster, they call themselves DOS, not the previous one or HOD, the current one. Check the date, 2021, December 17. That is how they function. Every other pro-Biafran group focus on their agenda. They pay attention to what they are doing. Only Nnamdi Kanu that is character assassinating everybody. He in most cases don't do it himself. He push people. And monkey and baboon, zombies are jumping up and down. Our leader, Nnamdi Kanu, our leader, our supreme leader, our leader. Unwemuche, unwanumano. Everything he was doing, we knew. But we understand most of you are ignorant and you are clapping, you are applauding. You are yet to see what is coming. But be rest assured, we are ready and equal to the task. It's not a boasting. It's just the true gospel. All this confusion you are seeing, you see Nnamdi Kanu, Chike Edoziem is blinded by jealousy. He's blinded by wickedness. China Sanwo-Olu is working hard to make sure his evil is not revealed. But when you are the one stealing money. Can you give us account of a referendum? We are waiting for you. China Sanwo-Olu is the criminal. You are the one killing our people, burying them alive, raping our mother. You are the one responsible for all the evil. You China Sanwo-Olu, you are responsible for, in fact, you are the one who deceived Nnamdi Kanu. Because Nnamdi Kanu is a fish brain. Fish brain. Because if with the caliber of people around him, he thinks he can sell Biafra and walk away like other people, all of you will meet your Waterloo. Under our watch, nobody will sell Biafra again. Bring out your leg, we are serving you. It's quite unfortunate. Look at them, that is what they do. And then when he finished negotiating for amnesty to become the Jagaban of Igbo land or Biafra land, because it looks like you are running away from the south. But we go nowhere. We here. Before I continue, IPONK, bingos, send more media warriors, send more recruit, come and insult your father, insult your mother. That is what Nnamdi Kanu taught you. But from your mouth, God will declare his judgment. You heaping a coal of fire upon your head without your knowledge. We have witnessed brothers and sisters give up their life for a dream that may never be. We will not let them down. Anyị na-aja gị mma maka n'eziokwu ịmara mma ịhụnanya na gị obiọma gị o juru anya dadimo ịmakwa n'inwe gị mgbanwe ọ dị onye dị ka gị ebu Alpha na Omega dadi anyị niile na-asị na n'edemma. You see. Lest I forget, I remain George ONYIBE and I come from Abo. Abo is in Anyoma province. Anyoma province is in Delta State. And every piece of land in Delta State is Biafra land. We don't answer fake name. We don't give fake location. We are not calling from our location. We are calling from Biafra land. Very close to Yorugudu. You know, when they want to deceive you, I'm calling from my location. These are the people threatening heaven and hell on Facebook. But even while they are in diaspora, they use fake name. But you don't know. You are a zombie as IPOB member in Biafra land. You are a zombie. All of them use fake name. They don't tell you where they are calling from. Yes, I'm calling from my location. No. George ONYIBE is calling from Iyorogodo. We don't give fake name. All of them. My name is Ine Nayanya. Go and ask her, who is Ogori Ochowa? My name is Chinasa Nworuowashi. That is not their name. But we will know who is deceiving who at the end of the day. Without wasting much of our time, we go to our topic this evening, which is simply titled Re-evaluating our position on the Biafra Restoration Project. We have evaluated our position time and time again. But tonight, this is just a clarion call to all Biafrans. Whether you believe in the Biafra ideology or not. If you are from South, and Southeast. If you are from Egala, Idoma, Ihiala, Igede. If you are from Ogoja, Ugebu, Tinapa, Akankpa. If you are from Ndone, Ogoni. If you are from Adua, Ikwere. If you are from Urobo, Ishekiri, Patani, Otueke, Epi, Mbiama, Yanogwa. If you are from Ebake. If you are from Mbano, Mbise, Mbitoru, Amando, Bankuri, Olo. If you are from Ehiala. If you are from Mbosi, Oka, Abatete. If you are from Anyocha, Osimilindokwa, Eka. If you are a Biafran, we already know who we are. Of course, for some certain reasons, we play game of indulgence. If we do not rise up to re-evaluate our position, do not think the restoration of Biafra is the beginning of a new heaven on earth. Whatever we fail to install at this moment, let us get ready for another war. Let us get ready for another Hulubalu. Let us get ready for unimaginable affliction, suffering inflicted upon us by ourselves. Has the narrative not actually changed? Before we were shouting, Fulani are killing us, so Fulani are killing us, so they are raping us, so hey, where the world come, oh, United Nations come, oh, Nigeria army are killing us, so this one, oh, Buhari have killed us, so. But am I telling you it's not true? Is that what I want to tell you this night? Even when I'm a witness to this injustice, do I have the moral to come and tell you that those things never happened? Even when I have first-hand information and custodian of these facts? No, my brother. No. But things has fallen apart. It has changed all of a sudden. We no longer hear Fulani headsmen. Buhari now is a born again. Boko Haram are doing normal evangelism. What are we hearing in our land? Unknown gunmen are evangelizing. They have sent 3 soldiers to Jesus Christ. Judgment belongs to God. We are doing greatly. Unknown gunmen, ESM. We are in the bush. When we catch you in the bush, we chop you like animal. You are a bushmeat. If we catch you in the bush, who is killing us now? Just like what Obasanjo said recently. Anybody that is feeling marginalized, they are the one marginalizing themselves. Each time I sit back and reflect on the evil and atrocity of Nnamdi Kanu against most of us that came out to give him or give ourselves moral and ultimate support for Biafra to be restored, I could only wonder, but then I have no regret. I can only wonder. Chinasa will send Mkpurumiri to them. From the legal team to the coordinators, everybody have been corrupt. Everybody have been compromised. And some people say, we got to move on. What is the next way forward? Pray Biafra has not come. with the level of Nnamdi Kanu exhibition of criminality and his family, imagine if Biafra has come. Because one thing you can count on, every dog eats shit. But the very dog in a community that they see shit in the mouth, that is the dog. They say, oh, it too they chop shit. This dog too they shop teeth. As Apong, they demonstrate their madness. Other crazy people keep quiet. To them, now only them Sabiam. You have no idea. If God truly give you a glimpse of revelation of what is about to come, you will understand why one musician sing. Igirigia dabu kolanyo. Igirigia dabu kolanyo. Igirigia dabu kolanyo. You have no idea. Let us pray we do not use our hand to set the balance. There are issues that must be discussed. There are matters that cannot be swept under the carpet. And somewhere along the line you feel, well, we can't be part of this. Biafra must come. Nigeria must disintegrate. And then those who want, those Igbo, those Niger Delta who want to be Yoruba, who want to be Hausa, you can go there. Or we give you your Hausa or Yoruba community within your central land. Understand how it's going to be. Nobody is forcing anybody. But you can't fit in. You can't fit in. Ijo with starch and no fako. He cannot fit in with amala and ewedu. Igbo with nyapo and no folubu. He can't fit in with Tua the Nunu and Fura the Nunu. If we have to combine Ofujuju, Ofikaka, it cannot fit in with Brukutu. Now you get the point. And somewhere along the line you will make a choice. And if indeed you are a Biafran, you know where you belong. This is the time for all of you to rise up and speak up. Because it's going to end in two forms. Some of you out of shame, you're going to say, we are going to follow Yoruba, we are going to follow Hausa. I can assure you in less than a decade, you will be fighting for relocation. I can't tell you what will happen there. Because the fate of Biafra nation, we leave it to the next generation. Our target was to empower them to one end alone. Giving them the necessary tools or instrument, equipment to create a nation all of us can be proud of. But if indeed you understand you have no choice, you must come aboard this ship, Biafra. My brother, begin to have your say in our say. Begin to have your say in our say. Biafra is our heritage. Nobody can rubbish it. It's nobody property. That is why when I look at that punk, I wonder, are you fighting to restore Nnamdi Kanu or you are fighting to restore Biafra? But it is expected he will be arrested. Every genuine freedom fighter at one point in time will be arrested, not arrangee arresting. But then the ability or capacity to visage what will happen next after you are being arrested, very important. Adaptability, developing defense mechanism, as well as ready to improvise when necessary. These are how functionable, progressive-minded people think. Nelson Mandela saw the need why apartheid must be removed. And as a long lawyer, he understands the implication when it comes to the law. He risked everything. He took the bull by the horn. And of course, when he was arrested, as always, to intimidate, to harass, to subdue, and make him abandon the quest. He went through different ordeal. He had only one son. His son was killed because he was fighting. Have you heard Nelson Mandela say they kill my son because of South Africa and now I must rule forever? But every day now the Kanu is telling you, my mama died because of Biafra, my papa died because of Biafra. Who told you they died because of Biafra? Who told you? Your mother was not in the house when he was invaded, including your father, including Nnamdi Kanu. But if at all they have to die, this should be as a crown of honor on your head, if truly. Nelson Mandela was arrested, detained in an island, Liberty Island, 27 years. 27 years. 27 years. 27 years. Most 27 years. In fact, when Buhari was president of Nigeria, he was around 27 years. Amadou Bello, Tafawa Balewa, Nnamdi Azikiwe, Dim Chukwuemeka Odimegwu-Ojukwu, Enohoro, another founding supposedly father of this nation Nigeria. They were within the ages of 20 and 35. Majority of them were within the ages of 25 to 27. Go and check the age of Adakaburu. Go and check the age of Ken Saruwiwa, real revolutionaries in this country. Go and check the age of Buhari when he was a president. And so, a very useful life, Nelson Mandela wasted it. Not everybody agree with him. Not everybody applauded him. Some even hate him. Should I now digress and begin to analyze what he went through? But what am I trying to say in effect? Right there in prison, they had all instruments in place. Every tribe in South Africa, everybody knew what to do and what is next. We know what Nnamdi Kanu is trying to do, but the system is compromised already. When I heard a fascinating story of what Mandela did, of what his group did, the people have no option. It is like those who killed Jesus. They say this man, even in death, has become more dangerous. The strategy deployed by Nelson Mandela, he became more dangerous even in prison than when he was free. But of course, there are other conspiracy theories concerning his release and installed as president. That is not what we are here to look at this evening. We have evaluated the position of things as far as Biafra restoration project is concerned. And without understanding, we are different. Within different, we need to define issue differently without arriving at a conclusive end. We have tried our best to evaluate. We have arrived at different conclusions. We see issue from different angle, but we must make sure we continue to look into the matter until we bring this project to a conclusive end. Tonight it is my desire to call upon all Biafrans to take a standpoint for us to re-evaluate our position, possibly reacting to the issue of Biafra restoration. We have to re-evaluate. Let us look at where we are today. If Biafra comes, for instance, with what we are seeing, how do you think it will be? I'm going to ask a rhetorical question. And of course, when the lines are open, you are able to call. You call in and then answer any of those questions. But it's not a compulsory. I said tonight, let us reevaluate. Most of you are still dreaming and believing that Biafra will be here in 2020. And now we are almost in 2022. And some of you are still on Facebook writing Restoration of Biafra is almost here. Eh? There are people I told in 2020, after Nnamdi Kanu have told you that Elohua told him that you might believe that Elohua sent him, he is the son of God, Nwachineke, that Biafra was to come in 2020. These are learned people, educated people. Doctor, a medical doctor running one of the biggest hospital facility within my location. He said, so you mean Biafra will not come next year? But you people have gone far. I say, we have not gone any far. There are jobs that look irrelevant, but they are very important. You have not even started. I see the doubt in them. I see they don't believe what I'm saying. These people are hooked already. The drug of deception has held their brain down. I managed to leave that place. My body was cold. And I left. They continue doing what they are doing. But now I know their spirit will be broken. Because you cannot plant rice and expect to reap cocoyam. You cannot plant cassava and expect you will harvest rice there. It's not possible. You are just being stage managed. Your brain is just being placed on hold so you can't reason properly. But you can see all the choreographic, all the talent display, fashion parade. Somebody they do fashion parade, small time they go they wear cloth, come they pose, they ginger your swagger, they show you Moschino, Versace, very soon now they will be showing you their car. Mad people. I mean why the other people are in the bush. You are in the bush. Other people are in the bush, and you call that a freedom fighting? You call that freedom fighting? You are still dreaming. I will see Facebook, some media warriors, punk media warriors. They say it will shock you. Biafra is here already. I don't know how it's going to come, but Biafra is here. Then those people who are under deception, the drug of deception is holding them down. This is how they respond. He say, amen, Biafra must come, hallelujah. Who is deceiving who there? You can still be living under that influence. Restoration is almost here. Let us assume this is true. How prepared are we? Are we ready to pilot the affair of this new nation, Biafra, if it is to be restored at this moment? How prepared are we? Getting Biafra is just one thing alone. Organizing Biafra is another thing. Let's compare. Just a little comparison of the generation of 1967 and what we are doing at this moment. Let's just do a little comparison. They were able to print currency. They had ministers. They had airports, may not be international standard. They manage importation to a certain level. They have administrators. They manage a country. They have international passport. In 3 years, and I can tell you, with every forensic investigation, an analysis of information at our disposal, Dame Chukwuemeka was not dreaming of dividing Nigeria, and I never thought that is what led to the war. He's a one Nigerian man, and so invariably he was not planning for a country, but with normal reasoning, in 3 years they were able to print their currency. This is over a decade. What are we doing? You are a thief, you are a shawo, you are a criminal, you are a saboteur, that is what Nnamdi Kanu has dragged all of us into. So some of us should be ashamed. I'm ashamed. But being ashamed is not enough. We will remove that shame until once again we can be very proud of the issue of Biafra. Over a decade, Nona join IPOB, Nona start in 1947. You know the shame. What is our achievement? We are rewinding 2015 in 2021. Look at all of you on Facebook. What is our achievement? Unconditional release of Idiot Okano. You must unconditionally release Idiot Okano. You must release our leader, our supreme leader. You must release him. Ifere mono. Ebi fere mi hayaku ekpumeyekwa. Our people need to reason and understand that we are not doing ourselves any good. The re-evaluation tonight is simple. Number one, who will they handle Biafra to as it stands now? Let us assume United Nations, European nation, African nation, Asian nation, in fact the global community come up today and said, having considered how long the people of Biafra have been agitating to up out of Nigeria, we now decide to grant them that freedom, that liberty to run the affair of their nation as they desire. And then they announced it on CNN and BBC, and all of us begin to jump. Hey, we are happy. Oh, Biafra has come. Who are they going to give Biafra to? Nnamdi Kanu. Who are they going to give Biafra to? Chief Raphael Wazirike? Is that what you are telling me? Who are they going to give Biafra to? Alhaji Asare Dokubo? Is that what you are telling me? Edwin Clark? Okowa? Huh? Wike? Umahi? Chibuka Amechi? Who are they going to hand over Biafra to? But I'm not sure you have thought about it. So when you are deceiving people, anyone say Biafra will come next year. Biafra is going to come very soon. It's almost like you will sleep in Nigeria and wake up in Biafra. You better not pray for that kind of Biafra. Who are they going to hand it over to now? Ordinary contribution. People like us, 500 every month. Outside other free will donation. Just that small money. Nnamdi Kanu has run mad. He just eventually become God. Imagine he is the one, the flag bearer. He's the one they hand over the flag of Biafra to. Na onye agejikwa anyị gwa abacha o. Oge ji anyị gwa abacha dị amama. And now you get the point. The journey has not even started. Who as it stands so, who are they going to hand over Biafra to? You see, it's not there. Neither is the provision there. And so let us agree that based on the kind of society we run, heterogeneous society, it's not possible. Because you give it to a German. Igbo man will tell you, no, it can't be Ijo. We have died more for Biafra, more than Ijo. and you give it to Igbo man. Igbo man will say, no, we will not agree. Igbo man want to marginalize us. We will not agree. You give it to Shekiri. Urobo will say, no, Shekiri are evil. We don't trust them. In fact, they are not Biafra. You give it to Ogoja. And then Ugebu man will say, no, Ogoja people, they are lazy. You give it to Akwa Ibom. And maybe Efik will say, no, let it come to Anang. Anang will say, no, it belongs to Ibibio. This issue will be there. Because we get to a stage. They say charity begins at home. Fighting to protect your own interests sometimes should be on the list of your priority. But not doing it on the expense of others. And so with the kind of society we'll find ourselves, which is not actually the fault of any of us, we should aim for the right instrument to manage everybody. And that is where the de facto customary government comes in. That is where the code of governance comes in. That is when the type of system of government that will carry Biafra will be introduced. Federal Republic. Which kind of federal? Inside Biafra? Unity government. Which kind of unity? Inside Biafra? But we can begin to talk about parliament, which will enable the people to create a fair atmosphere. I mean, a level atmosphere, a level playing ground for all the component members to review issues, discuss issues, deliberate on issue, and ultimately come to a standpoint to decide what they want. But who is doing that? They are dragging supremacy. They are dragging supremacy. In the absence of all these things, if for instance, as we are speaking, Biafra comes, like I asked, who will they hand over Biafra to? So far so good. I've not seen any man I will tell them, hand over Biafra to that man. I've not. And so in that case, they will hand over Biafra to all of us. But if they hand over the Biafra to all of us, too much cook spoil the dish. And two captains cannot be in a ship. And so you see it will not work. It can only work when there is a code of governance. And you can only have the code of governance when there is a presence of the de facto customary government. Other pro-Biafran group are doing well, but the simple question is, the earlier all of you begin to congregate under the de facto customary government, the better for all of us. But I know most people are not thinking about this. So ask yourself, if they give us Biafra now, who are they going to hand it over to? Because maybe as we are speaking now, they say, oh, now the can is coming from Abuja, yet they have given him Biafra. I will leave my location this night. I will raise terror. I will raise terror. I'm saying it. And there are many groups waiting for that. Because Nnamdi Kanu is not a moral man. He cannot decide my fate, not to talk of the fate of my children and unborn children. He cannot decide the fate of my people. Now you get the point. So that time you are shouting, Fulani Esme, Miatiala, Boko, Aranjanja, Widi, you will see what you have not planned for. But these are not what we expect. These are things we are not even thinking. Somebody go carry weight, do press up, do chest pumping. They go come tell you, say go come fight. December don't reach, come now. Come and lead the war now. Take frustrated, drug-reading brothers, send them in the bush. Destroy their life completely. And meanwhile your own are living comfortably. We will know if God is a liar. So ask yourself a question. Which group? Which congregation? Which organization? Is it Reverend Father Angongo? Are they going to give with his 40 other Reverend Father? Is it World Igbo Congress? Is it the Council of Amayanabo? Who are they going to give it to? And see, you see, let's reevaluate our position. We look at the second one. What is the available framework possible for any individual approved from any group to kick off with the reorganizing of the newly restored nation? If Biafra were to be restored at this moment, what is the available framework we have? What is the framework now? What framework does any group have? You're pushing for constitutional amendment. You're pushing for devolution of power. You're pushing for regional autonomy. You're pushing for Igbo presidency. And then somewhere along the line, everybody get biased and say, let's stop all this rubbish. Let the East go. Let the North go. Let the West go. They tear the document of amalgamation of the Northern and the Southern Protectorate. And then the Yoruba man will say, for instance, I will not go with the Igbo man. And then the Fulani or Hausa man will say, that is your business. You people go and sort out yourself. And then a Kale man will say, I'm not going with the Jebu. The Jebu will say, I don't want to associate with the Kwara. And then the Igbo man will tell them, you people go and sort out yourself. Which framework do we have? Yorubas in Nigeria, even as we speak, are not only trying to leave Nigeria, they are even walking on the ground. They are walking around the clock to reunite with their people from Brazil and every other part of the world where they are scattered to. Yoruba in Benin Republic and Yoruba in Nigeria, you will see them become a nation in less than 24 hours. The framework is ongoing already. Ask yourself, if Biafra come now, which framework do we have? Let's be sincere. Nothing. Because that time you will hear English. You will know people's real mindset. Because someone will come and tell you, I want it to be like this. Let it be like this. Do you know who my father is? Do you know I'm a veteran? Do you know I am supreme leader? You can imagine. There were process. There were framework on ground. And so when Nelson Mandela came out from the prison, according as what they said, Nelson Mandela did not fight to be president. And even though there may be individuals who oppose him being the president, their voice was very weak, if at all there was any. They said, brother, you have tried. Please go and rule us. Instead, the first tenure, at the expiration of the first tenure, they asked him to go. He said, no, this is not why I fought for apartheid. No. Let them conduct a democratic election and let the winner rule. And that is how he stepped aside. All these are not because he was just that a super moral man. All this is because they have framework in place. Look at the same set of people that hijacked Nigeria after the supposedly Nigerian Biafra war. All of them want to die in office. Two people are saying Tinubu want to come. He's an old man. Don't be surprised. Obasanjo will soon flag his own party. Vote Obasanjo for the next president of Nigeria for good road and electricity, and some of you will still vote for him. That is how bad they can be. So if they give us Biafra now, what is the framework? And when you see intellectuals analyzing, discussing, ignoring the main product, the real end product of what we are doing. It's not there. Somebody has gone to grind corn. You want to use the corn to make akamu, and then you carry the whole corn and you pour it inside the river that you want to wash out akamu, and then you waste both the chaff and the starch, the akamu, inside the river. And then your neighbors are telling you, what are you doing? You are wasting the akamu. You say, no, I'm making akamu. I'm trying to wash out the chaff. You are even losing the akamu before you lose the chaff. If you don't listen, you will only leave the river empty-handed. You waste all of them. That is exactly the stage where we are. Give us Biafra. Give us Biafra. Let us assume now the word say Biafra go. If we believe in miracle, do you know that on that very night God told Moses, tell the children of Israel to prepare, for tonight I will visit Goshen. I will visit the land of Egypt with death. Let every one of them slaughter a lamb, and with its blood put it on your doorpost, for the spirit of death will move among all of you this night, and if they see the blood, they will pass over you. And any door where they did not see the blood, the spirit of death will take over the first son. From the throne of Pharaoh even to the dog in the street, all their first son will be taken. And he said to Moses, tell them to prepare. Every man gather your property. Tell them to tell the children of Israel to give them, let them ask of anything, for I have made them to find favor before the people of Egypt. Anything they want. No wonder the Bible said the night the children of Israel left Egypt, they plundered the wealth of Egypt. They were framework. And Moses told them, when you hear the trumpet, all of you move towards the east, and then we will gather in the nearby land outside Goshen. They were framework. Everybody got ready. And that night they followed all the instructions. I can assure you that Moses was not very ready for what he was about to witness. But at least they had a little framework that enabled him to start from somewhere. And the Bible says at midnight there were great outcry. Pharaoh has lost his first son. Every Egyptian has lost their first son according to the Bible. Pharaoh asked for Moses to be summoned immediately and said to Moses, you that serve God that suck blood, now you can leave my land. Take your heads, take your cow, take your cattle, take your young ones and your old. Leave now. Let me not see you again. Get out of my land. And Moses left. They left Egypt. The Bible said they were so numerous in number that they outnumbered the sand by the seashore. And so leaving Egypt was not just the issue now. How could only Moses control such people? Such number of multitudes. How could he control them? But he was able to discern people like Joshua. Joshua was able to discern people, discover people like Caleb. Caleb was able to discover all that youth who became great assistant to Moses. Moses, on the other hand, made room for his in-law to advise him. They were open to advice. Moses understands certain framework that must be initiated for him to survive. And he did that. Even appointed 120 elders who helped to manage little work. Even appointed high priest. The high priest helped to institute people who serve in the temple. And you see, in less than 3 months, a nation has been established already. This is framework. Ordinary IPOB we are running. Financial Secretary, Nnamdi Kanu family. Legal team, Nnamdi Kanu family. Fundraising, Nnamdi Kanu family. Security, Nnamdi Kanu family. Media head, Nnamdi Kanu family. DSS head, Nnamdi Kanu family. What a fortunate situation we placed ourselves. Look at the third one. What is supposed to be on the top list of our priority if sincerely we answer all these questions, the first and the second. If we truly answer yourself these two questions, and then whatever you choose to answer, ask yourself, what are we supposed to be doing in a time like this? From your answer, you will know what you think we should be doing. And of course, if you voice out, we will know how you truly reason. And the number 4 there is, what is the solution? What is the strategic step at this stage that we must take as a people as we await the restoration of Biafra? What are we supposed to be doing? Biafra Restoration Project is on hold for IPONC and its associate. Hey, I need unconditional release. Unconditional release. He can think unconditional release. The melody of international special rendition is dying down. That record no they play again. Oh, he was internationally oriented. Rendition of our supreme leader. UN is watching. Israel is coming. Nah, Britain will not agree. What a shame. What is the strategic plan we have? Let us not be carried away by the numerous acts of deception in the guise of restoring Biafra and face reality. We must return to the de facto customary government. We must help to build this institution, as there are noble men and women out there already working very hard to make sure that every necessary tools is deployed, to make sure that we are ready to make use of available tools that will help us mount our position when the time comes. So these are some of the things we should be planning for. Not how to eat somebody's slap. Biafra will only be a jungle, and I hope you understand what a jungle is, if we fail to embrace the de facto customary government. If we fail to take advantage of this code of governance that is out there on the street already, Biafra is going to be a jungle. And that is if you understand what it means. When they say somewhere is a jungle, if you have been to a jungle, you see, the lion may be the king of the jungle, but I can assure you the lion is not the strongest animal. Because if you see the size of a mosquito in a jungle, if you see the size of lizard in a jungle, if you see the size of war gecko in a jungle, you will see everybody is a suspect. And so if we truly don't want to live in a jungle, my brother, my sister, we must arise in a time like this and embrace the de facto customary government. At this moment, our lines are open, and of course, you are free to call in and make your own contribution. You're free to make your own contribution. As always, our WhatsApp line, our direct line rather, is 081-221-52971. 081-221-52971 is our direct line. Our WhatsApp line is 070-815-45642. 070-815-45642. For the last time, the WhatsApp line is 070-815-45642. And of course, if you do not have access to the studio line, you are encouraged to call my social media platform, that is if you have it. That is if you have it. You are free to call in there and make your contribution. Do not forget Biafra Human Rights and Freedom Radio Station. It's on FM 100.5. Some areas in River State, Obiakpo, some area in Obiakpo, and including local government, you can receive Biafra Human Rights and Freedom Radio Station. And of course in Anambra, some area from Obaru, Tere, Mpo and its environment, you can receive Biafra Human Rights and Freedom Radio Station. And then some area from Delta State, Zene Junction, Obawusa, down to Head Bridge, you can receive Biafra Human Rights and Freedom Radio Station. And of course, we are on Simple Radio, we are on app, we are on satellite, and of course, frank effort is being made to ensure that we have this radio across Biafra land, that our people may have access to genuine information, that our people may know what is truly going around, and to prepare the mind of our people on what is to come. There are evidence that Nigeria cannot last for a very long time. It must certainly disintegrate. And those who understand this are making effort to reposition themselves. Peradventure, it happened at any time. They cannot be left behind. The West is getting ready. The North, you can be rest assured, are doing the same. And the people of Biafra should not be found wanting. The people of Biafra cannot be found wanting. Like I said, our lines are open and you are free to call in. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, we have a caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me?
Can hear you, sir.
Good evening from here, and you are welcome to the program ONYIBE. Go ahead, please.
Thank you. Good evening, sir, from here. Thank you very much, sir, for the good work you are doing for us. I greet you, sir. I greet all our men, the lovers of freedoms over there, those that have made it possible for us today to be airing our view. I say, may Kekerowa bless all of them in Jesus' name. Really, today's topic, as you said, we are violating our stand in the restoration of Biafra. You have said it all, but there are many things that are still going as if we have forgotten it. So I'm just going this night to point at certain things, like those that are calling the names of people on air that they want to eliminate as they normally do, as they learn from their reader. There are this thing that a flashback of 2020. By this time last year, the year 2020, I could remember that there are some people that abandoned their job simply because they have been assured that Biafra must be day that Biafra has come, that 2020 will not pass. And everybody, of which I was inclusive then, we are rehearsing the dancing step that we are going to dance on the street that day that he will raise the flag, because we have been told, and we are giving the stories and the everything, even it appeared on the magazine that we are giving to us that time. And those of us that if you are a leader, you will know how you convince your own group to believe that Biafra is here. And we were told how he met with the world powers and how the mantle. We were even told that he was called with Wazirike. They went to UN. In the UN, it happened that the letter from Dabu record and the staff of the office, the mass, as they call it then, that they were told to bring, and Wazirike didn't know that the one he came with was the fake, that is a perima that came with the original, and even the original paper that we are there. And even the Elohim told him he went to in the Bugad grave there's something that Solomon wrote that was in the grave there, that he went and collected. All these things we are told, and everybody believed it. Everybody, we are just dancing, jumping up and down, preparing for the day that immediately he will come back. He is coming back to raise the flag, and we believed it. All of a sudden, only to hear the raising of a dragon flag, not Biafra flag again. We say, what is happening? What has the dragon flag to do with the Biafra flag we were told that is coming to raise? Okay, we are still watching that come to pass. Do you know that there are some members, because of the way they really believed that Biafra is coming, that even abandoned their family? And we are into this volunteer of it so seriously that because they are hoping that immediately when the flag will be raised, there will be the army that will march. And they have been told that 1 million soldiers are coming from UK and from Israel. That we are even told that all the oceans around Biafra land, that all the soldiers from abroad are inside the ship under the river waiting. When the trumpet will be blown, all of them will just emerge from there and surround Nigeria. What a film trick. What wickedness is this? There are some people today, and the family of some of all these people that we are into that mess. When Nigeria now started picking everybody, they ran away till today. They never visited their family. And I don't know whether Chinasa will know that there are some people of that nature that their families are suffering today, because he is busy announcing the one that will be picked, that is fake. Those of them that were real, that fought this battle till today, they are nowhere to be seen. Their family don't know whether they are dead or they are alive, because all of them ran away when jungle matured. Everybody is pursuing everybody. So their families today, nobody knows whether they are eating or they are not eating. That won't come to pass. They keep on lying, one lie to the other, one lie to the other. There is nothing we are not told that will happen. We have been told that as they are going to raise the flag that December, that there is what is called the credit card, the type of credit card that will be given to all the coordinators, those that have been a leader in one way or the other, that as Biafra comes, you dare not use money to buy anything again. Just walk into any kind of shop, right, or supermarket, if you just present that card, whatever you want will be given to you. And that all those people that were leaders, they will not do any work again. As Biafra comes, they will be paying them. Everybody will drop. You just tell your own be receiving your money, unless you just want to do work again. all these things made many of the, like as Buhari said it, many of the lazy youths to abandon all whatever thing they're supposed to be doing. They abandoned it, all of them now we are recruited and put into volunteer. Only at the dying minute for all these people to be gathered together and be baptized and call them ESN and bring out a iconographic film of the Ambazonia parade and photoshopped their own into their midst and call them ESN. Then after that now, everybody were jubilating, hoping that the soldiers are marching in. They are marching in. Up to today, nobody sees them. Then to worsen it, all of a sudden, everybody were told to enter bush. So what coloration has that bush to do with the restoration of the Biafra and the fighting of the Biafra, fighting for the Biafra? The Nigerian troops, all their soldiers, are they in the bush? So why has he chosen sending his own soldiers to the bush? And he's crying that Fulanis are doing this, Boko Haram are doing this, doing that. But indirectly, he is imitating Boko Haram. All the things Boko Harams are doing, he started learning how to do it. Otherwise, why sending? There was a time we were even told that they are digging tunnels from each state to Katangora in the north. From there, they will stay there and make sure that all of them will be eliminated. That this time around, we will be eating and wedding and dedicating children in our east as they are bombarding north and west. Today, what is going on? What is happening? Is the topic I'm asking all these questions. So we're reevaluating ourselves, because all the things we are told, the opposite is the answer today. We never seen any of them. Today, the northerners and the westerners are enjoying themselves doing whatever thing they feel like doing. But where the horror is in the east. What about the tunnel dog that the volunteers supposed to, or the ESN people supposed to follow and go and finish the Nigerian government? And there was a time we were even told that there is a plane that came from Israel to go and supervise Aso Rock on how they will go to bomb them. Is the plane not coming again? And today, what they are doing is to be on social media raising fund, because they have no more money coming from national dues and this and that. Because I know Biafrans really strip themselves naked in contributing money to go to Germany. I am a living witness to that. But today, what are we seeing? But the reason why I started knowing the truth before the truth finally came out is when they started sending their brothers and sisters to go to each state and start hijacking the finance departments and start giving their own bank account to all their colleagues, collecting the money, putting inside their own account, and refused the money to get to Germany again. Which means that Chike Dozim, China Samuru, all of them, they knew that today is going to come. They know that Ekperima is scamming us. They know it. And that's why they themselves started scamming their own at the earliest stage. And we, the brainwashed one then, and the gullibles, we didn't know. We followed them suit, following them bomber to bomber, thinking that we were following human beings. Till when the truth started unfolding itself, when his message changed, everything about him changed. He started removing anything concerning Biafra from it. And now, nothing like Biafra restoration message again is about releasing their reader. And I want to ask this question. There is a question Daddy in the Lord asked during Odogene program, and I really want to answer it the way I know it now. Because he asked, why is it that all those messages, he sent message that ECPA should take over the radio and start broadcasting? Along the line, he was deprived from doing that. And this time around, everybody have their own departments. Department of Saboteurs, DOS, and the Department of Emesri, DOE, and the Department of Ekperima itself, and the disciples and the apostles and access recovery and Department of prostitute, everything joined together for IPOB. Why has he not sent the message across to them again? And I think the answer is this. Because he did it before. We are on the ground. I know the kind of message that normally comes. Any state they scatter, they will set fight between the two brothers or three brothers. As they are fighting, they themselves will be up there laughing. I remembered vividly that these people, what they achieved is to create an enmity between families. That IPOC, one family they normally shout is the family of Ekperima, and we didn't know. They are telling us that one family, that there's one family is eating us mugu, and we didn't know. IPOC, one family eating you people mugu, and we didn't know. Because he decided setting each families apart. And that's the reason why if you come to Biafra land today, there is no any state that is still one again. I tell you, people live in the same compound, they are not greeting each other. People that are come from the same family, they are not greeting each other because of IPOB work case. This one now belong to this one belong to that. That's how it is. And when they are fighting each other like that, there's another day that when two brothers are fighting to death, a stranger will now inherit their land. That's what he's doing. He set everybody apart, fighting each other, so that he himself now will
Mr. Pro, I'm doing it. Yeah, I'm going home. I'm going home. I'm going home. I'm going home. United Nations. I'm going home. I'm going home. I'm going back to Biafra. I'm going back to Biafra. I'm gonna Biafra. I'm gonna yeah, the son of the lion is now eating grass instead of sucking blood. Oh yeah, very bad. I was thinking,
They say, let us sing for her back. Go ahead, please, as always, network issue.
Thank you. It has started, but it will not will go nowhere. So, like as I was saying, the reason why he refused to send direct message to them is because he is talking to all the groups individually, so that all of them will be hitting their heads on the wall. Everybody want to be more closer to him. That's why he said he need 100 men. Everybody were killing themselves before to be among the 100 men. It's the same thing he's doing now. So as all of them are battling now, hitting their heads together to make sure that this group will be the one that will be more closer to him. He himself is busy negotiating. At the end, before he will come out, he will find out that maybe they themselves have scattered themselves to finish, to the extent that they will commit the crime that will even make everybody not to talk about Biafra again. Because he knew he's not doing it and he will not get it, and he don't want anybody to get it. So instead, he will go down alone. He want to drag the name of the Biafra to the mud. That's the major thing he is doing. It's not that he didn't know. The problem is created by him. All the groups, if they will tell themselves the truth, they know. All of them discusses with him. Every group is playing what the music that he taught them to play. So what am I trying to say, my dear, is that like as your topic is saying, after all the evaluation or reevaluation of all what that is going on, IPOC has never achieved anything. The only thing they achieved is division and this killing that is on board now. And like as you said, I don't think that even now that if they say give them the Biafra, I don't think that it will be possible. And I'm even praying let it not come now until things will be put in order. Because if it comes now, which one are we going to follow? No one. Because the way with the look of things, I don't even know what to say again. Just excuse me. Just like as Odegene said, you don't trust Ekperima, you don't trust Hope, you don't trust Nigerian government. So we don't even know which one to trust again. Because you will be pursuing an elephant with somebody along the line, the person will turn back and tell you that your leg is like elephant own. So it's only God. It's only God. When you know the truth, you stand by the truth. It's only that truth will set us free. So we are evaluating it seriously, because anytime I sit on my own and think of all the things we have been pushed to say, to do, I will start begging God to forgive me. There's nothing we did not call pastors, because he even made us to forget about Christianity. Christianity is evil. So which one is real? Is it the one that he put the small cap on his head is real now, and he's using it to scam people? He lied to us that Elohim sent him. Is the Elohim, is he his father or his grandfather? Because he's not behaving like somebody Elohim said. And he later confessed it in 2020, June 21st, June 2020. He said that if Biafra failed to come that year, that we should know that Elohim did not send him. So those that are fighting now, whom are they fighting for? I don't know the kind of place you sold their brain to, but thank God for people like you and our director, Dr. Kado and co. Because I could remember that every time Dr. Kado comes on air that time to tell us about the federal government, all of a sudden everything died off. That reputable man became a saboteur. Look at somebody that had been feeding him, Dr. Nwokenko, Uchenna Nwokenko, that had been feeding him in United States. Somebody who stayed in his house, he fed you, he did everything, he clothed you, he gave you money. You have the audacity to come on air and call that person an armed robber. There's nothing that experiment will not open his mouth and say. And today, his mediocres are repeating the same thing again, calling the names of their brothers on air so that they will be eliminated. And you think you yourself will continue to be in abroad. Thank God he said it that the sponsor of the people that are committing the evil are in abroad, of which that one is true, because they are the ones and they are in abroad, sending our children to early grave. You send them into the bush. Is bush the normal place for somebody to stay, and you are in abroad with your own children? Then other people's children will go into the bush, and they are accepted to go into the bush. Like as I said before, some married men today ran away from their family. We don't know whether they have been killed or they are still alive, and nobody is talking about the family. And it is the people you people are there saying you are gathering money for, while none of them is eating. They are in the bush eating white fruit. After eating white fruit, they will drink and join it. The next thing they will use make food now is a human being pass. And you think that it will be well with you. It will never be well with all of you. Anybody's hand that is into that or supporting that act, it will never be well with that person. He turned our people now to cannibals. So it's a place cannibalism is now being involved. Very soon now every other part of the country will start making caricature of us. If you just talk small thing with anybody, they will tell you, is it not so people that are eating human being? Without knowing that is the evil seed sold by one man, and he's in that place now eating Nigerian government food and shining there. You think that it will be well with him. Therefore, I really thank you for the good work you are doing. I say may God continue to protect you and preserve you and keep you to be more stronger as you expose the evil of IPOC and their Ekperima leader. Nothing do you and nothing will do you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
And of course, we must continue to expose the evil. And for those of you who eagerly expecting the restoration of Biafra, be rest assured, arms are on the deck and noble men and women are doing the needful. We don't blow trumpet about it. But like considering this night as a night of re-evaluation, let's just rephrase it in one thing. If they give us Biafra now, what is the framework we have? Who are they going to hand it over to? Which way forward? Hey, you wake up in Nigeria, you sleep in Nigeria, you wake up in Biafra. And you say, amen, oh, amen, oh, that is how we be, amen, oh. It's just like when James and John said to Jesus, we want to ask a request from you, please, Lord. And Jesus said, what is it? He said, their mother came to Jesus anyway to bribe Jesus. That when you get to your father's kingdom, that you allow my two sons, one to sit by the right and the other to sit by the left. And Jesus said to them, you don't know what you are asking for. Can you drink the cup that I will drink from? Do you know how expensive it is to do that? Say, yeah, we will do it with. I say, well, you will. You will. But what it says on my left or on my right is not for me to decide. Just the same way we are saying, oh, give us Biafra, give us Biafra. Are you ready to drink from that cup of Biafra? Are you ready to bear the cross, the burden of Biafra? Are you sure we are ready? We understand how complicated it is, how heavy this tax is, and how ready are we? How ready are we? And of course, at this moment, we are inching closer to the end of this program. And those of you who were able to call in, you're highly appreciated. Agwanye. And of course, tomorrow is another day. We'll continue from where we stop. And so reasonable thinking Biafrans across the world, those of you who are part of this movement, you could be on a different pro-Biafra platform. Let us ask ourselves, all the pro-Biafran group, let us ask ourselves, if they give us Biafra now and ask us to go, are we ready for what is to come? With the recent happenings, IPOC has lost track. Hey, Ambazonia, I want to give us Biafra. Ambazonia are here to help us fight. Where are Ambazonia? Where are the Ambazonia? Oduduwa Nation, they are moving, they are going. Where are Oduduwa Nation? When exactly are we going to have sense and understand that it's going to take a Biafran to save a Biafran? When? Like I said, tomorrow is another day, and certainly we'll continue from where we stop. Good night from here, and God be with you.
Pro. I'm doing it. Yeah. I'm going home. I'm going home. I'm going home. I'm going home. United Nations. I'm going home. You go back home. I'm going home. I'm going back to Biafra. Going back to Biafra. I'm gonna Biafra. My fatherland. Yeah, the son of a lion is now eating grass instead of sucking blood. Oh yeah, yeah, very bad. I was acting in my own life, but right now I understand. I understand I'm still a foreign land. I wanna go. I sit upon my throne. I wanna restore my dignity. I'm going home. I'm going home. I'm going home. United Nations. I'm going home. Chukwuadama. I'm going home. Going back to Biafra. Going back to Biafra. My motherland. Biafra. My fatherland. Our house has been